Hi, good morning. It is currently the last day of July of 2026, and I'm gonna do something that I've been putting off. I have been meaning to charge my jars, my tools, my everything, my satchels for a fat minute now, and I haven't. So I figured today on the last day, I might as well start now, make it a habit, and charge everything. But that required me coming up with something, so I've done that this morning, and I really want to share that here. Okay, so for the most part, I've got at least everything gathered that I am going to be charging today, as well as what I will be charging it with. So my thoughts are that to kind of just document this and share it in case anybody else wants to maybe charge their items this way. I'm just gonna kind of go through what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and we'll just get right into that. All right, to start, I know most people kind of traditionally do it with just incense, but I want to get a little more elaborate because I've got a lot work going on here that I want to charge, and just using incense doesn't feel right to me, but I do want to incorporate it still. So this is Nag Champa. This is really good for just overall purification, protection, and amplifications of intentions. This specific incense is really good for setting the tone and connecting to like the veil essentially through divination, dream work, or meditation. So it's really just a good spiritual amplifier, and I want to include that today. But I also really like my candle magic and candles themselves, so I kind of want to incorporate the two. I didn't want to have it just one or the other. So I'm going to be using a black tea light today out of the little metal holder that it typically comes in. I just want it to be able to melt onto the sigil that you see there and with the ashes of the incense. So that to me, it just feels like so connected, and more, how should I say, like amplifying for what we're going for today, which is just charging everything. Um, in this candle, of course, black is good for protection and purification, and then removing of any negative energy that may have gotten on any of these, especially like these two, because they're more ward based. So, gonna be calling upon this today. Okay, and then I was thinking of a casting tray originally, but I really want, like I said, these two things to mix with the like symbol that I like to use for just generic amplification, which is just the upside down pentagram. So I went ahead and got some thicker paper because I'm okay with the mess, but I don't want just like wax straight on the desk. So hopefully this will help hold it a little better. And I just went ahead and drew the pentagram out, and did everything towards me and in like a clockwise motion so that I can receive the energy and that these things all receive the energy from this. And then on the back, I went ahead and just wrote out the petition, like the magic words that I would like to use for this. So I'll go ahead and read that now. And I'll read them again when I cast, but for right now. Strength and amplification of energy, unwavering focus and success of intentions, sweetening speed and clarity kissed intuition, protection of powers, balance throughout, and a thank you to the universe, the guides, and anybody that helps out with this energy and this working. So, with that, I'm just gonna place the sigil down in the middle, and my thoughts are to place this black tea light in the center of it, and I want the bottom star pointed towards me. And I'm gonna get into everything that's around here in a moment, but to go with this as well, the scrunchie is not, but it is, but it isn't. There's this gem that was gifted to me. I am not 100% sure what it is. To me, it just appears to be some form of quartz, but I could be totally wrong. But this was basically gifted to me to represent me. This is how this person saw me. So I'm using this today as a representation and kind of like a way to put myself into the charging of this so that my energy gets on all of this and that I can kind of offer that up to these workings. So my thoughts are to have it in the line with the pentagram and to me because I'm here. All right, next step before I explain like what I'm charging. I want to finish setting this up so we can kind of have that going. So I am going to take some sea salt, and this is just for protection, amplification, and connection of the veil. And yes, I know it's making a mess. I don't really mind, like I said. I just kind of want it all over this. I'm gonna put the incense on last just because I don't want it getting covered with all of this. All right, this is some ground coffee, and I'm going to be calling upon this today as well to help out with the amplification of energy, the speed, and kind of like give everything like a grounding foot to be on. I forgot to say that coffee is also really good for clarity and enhancing your intentions, so that is also why I'm adding it. Okay, some cinnamon here, very lightly if I can, and this is for protection, success. Oh gosh. And it also enhances intentions. Okay, all right, well, there. That's exactly why I didn't put the incense on. But that's fine. Glad that there's a lot there. Great. I really want to also add some cane sugar. This is good for protection. Oh gosh. Sweetening of your intentions and just overall sweetening as well as like amplification. Oh yeah, we'll just do a nice whole ring. Yeah. A very sweet smelling like charging spell, I suppose. All right, as always, I can't help myself. I am going to add time for strength and focus of intuition. I'm almost out of this. This is the thyme and rosemary oil, good for amplifying your intentions, your intuition, protection, like strength, focus, all the same things, kind of. So I'm going to just be adding honestly a random amount of that, but that feels good. So, and I've never done a charging this way before, but I'm really called to kind of try to do one this way. My thoughts oh gosh, are to just kind of like place the incense on top. The wick will just be behind it because I don't have like an actual hole at the bottom of the incense. So I'm just gonna place that there and start with that and just kind of work everything that I'm charging today through the smoke, and then to kind of seal it and give everything this energy and offer it some energy. That's when the candle will come into part. All right, there it is going now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back on because I want this in the middle. But then I'm just gonna kind of start by grabbing kind of whatever feels right. I guess I'll start in the front here. Waving it through the smoke. The only thing I'm not going to be waving through the smoke is the front of the painting in the back because I don't want it damaged, because it'll end up kind of looking like that one up there. But everything else is going to get wrapped up in this, so we'll just jump right into that. To start, this is probably one of the most important ones. This is a satchel I made for home protection and warding, and it's got baneful elements to it, so that if anybody does try to do something to my loved ones, to my home, to the peace in that it would bite them back, basically. So I like to have this go above my front door, kind of like on the knob for the door so that it doesn't hit the wall. I let that just sit there so that every time we go through the door or in the door, that we're walking through this, basically, and that this energy is all on us. And there's a whole story behind this bag and why I actually made it, but that will have to be a different video. Next, this is what I keep by my bedside, and occasionally throw it under my pillow if I feel like I'm needing some extra juice. So with that, this is the satchel that I made for rest and recovery, as well as amplification of like lucid dreaming and the recall that you can get from that once you wake up, because like a couple of my other videos have been focused on, I'm really into dreaming. I would consider myself like a dream witch, just a dreamer all around. So having this bag near me is very important, and it has totally helped since I've crafted it up. So I definitely want to charge this today and give it some energy back so it can just keep doing what it do. All right, next to this, I'll do these at the same time. Like I said, this is the sigil, or not the sigil, but like the stone that's meant to represent me and my energy. And then this scrunchie, as you've also seen in some other videos if you stick around. I like to wear this when I cast, or just kind of as a veiling method, because I don't have an actual veil. So the scrunchie is just for protection, as well as focus and strength and confidence to myself. So really it is mostly about the protection. So I definitely want to charge that today and have my energy all over this, since this is kind of like my personal protector. All right. Up next, the collar. Goodness. So with this one, I typically charge this with the spell work of, oh gosh, if it'll focus, of the vampire ritual spell. So this does have kind of the same energy to it. It also does kind of what the scrunchie does. It layers in protection with that attraction, vampiric energy. It's definitely got glamour elements onto it. I just like to wear this when I just want to, and I feel like I want to be a little more myself or a little more confident. So I want to charge that today. Get that back. I haven't worn it in a while, but I've been thinking about it, so I think we'll start after this. Yay! Moving on to the jars now. That's kind of, other than the two satchels, those are the main things and the painting that I really wanted to charge. Because, yeah, I really do use all of these, so it felt very important. I felt terrible that I haven't done so till now, so we're just gonna jump right into that, and I think I'll start with this one. So there is a video out on this. This was one of the first jars I've made, and this is for warding, but it's got transmutating aspects to it, specifically meant to give me stability and prosperity if someone tries anything. So this jar has been, gosh, maybe like 4 months now. And it's very beautiful. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite jars to shake whenever I'm having a bad day. And you know what? It never fails to kind of just do what it's supposed to do. So thank you, jar, and please take the energy back in that. All right. It also has my warding sigil in wax on top, so I like that one. Not all of them have that. The next one, I have to be so careful shaking because I put rocks inside, but there is a reason. Also has a video on this. So this is another warding jar. This was specifically a jar I made because I'm very disturbed and upset with how people want to act in this life and in the time that we're experiencing right now. There's a lot I could say, but I don't want to kind of taint the video like that. So this is just a warding with a very heavy, baneful aspect to it. Lots of protection, lots of don't mess with me or I'll bite you energy, and rocks for stability so that you can't knock me down when I'm attacking, is basically the thought. So thank you to that jar. I also like to shake this one whenever I'm upset, but I more so do this one just because, like I said, the rocks make this one hard. Okay. Oh gosh, it's gonna make the painting move now. So this is also one of the first jars I've made. It's rather empty, but it's so I can add to it and take from it at will, or rather with permission. but this is a money working, but it's also got a lot of elements tied into like my dreams, my goals. A lot of business is in this. So I do appreciate this jar. I feel terrible that it actually doesn't hold any money at the moment, but it's got like a winning lottery ticket. And this jar, I can't bring myself to break it down because, like I said, it holds such goals in here. So it's more of like, I definitely just want to charge this and keep it going, keep it alive, re-add to it if need be. Because the energy of this jar has, again, never failed me. I really love it. So thank you, money jar. Okay. Gosh. All right, up next is for you guys, YouTube, and like Instagram. For anybody that follows me, this jar I made specifically for you guys. So this is the Sweet Appreciation spell jar. There is a video up on this, and I made this to just give you guys good energy, prosperity, peace, health, joy, all the good vibes, all the good energy. I really appreciate everybody that believes in me and follows along my journey and just kind of sticks around. So I built this for you so that you can benefit while you're here watching me do what I do. So thank you. All right, this one also has a video. Gosh, they basically all do, not all of them, but and this is my Vampiric Glamour Shower Mix spell jar. So you can see I'm chipping away at it, and it's got like representation of gems in there because I didn't want the actual gems potentially falling out. Because I do use this in the shower. I shower with this. I use it as a body scrub, and honestly, I really like this. This is my go-to way of like spiritual cleansing other than incense smoke. So I'm going to be recharging and amplifying that today because I haven't used it in a while, and I can tell I definitely need a spiritual cleanse right now. After this whole month, it has been quite wild. So it's not as similar or like as the same as the Vampiric mix, but it has similar notes and elements to it. But it is kind of more so just for, you know, glamour, beauty, self-love, things like that. Okay. All right. And then the thing that we see all the time, at least once a month for the half moon, is the vampire, or like I like to call it, the Vampiric Ritual spell jar. So this is a pre-made spell mix that I crafted up. There's videos about this specific mix and just about the ritual itself if you're curious. But I made this so that with this ritual working, since I will be doing it once a month, like I said, on the half moon, that I don't have to bust everything out every time and kind of redo it. So I am just recharging this today to help amplify its vampiric energy, the confidence, the strength, the will, everything about this, the seductive nature. I really love this working. It's one of my favorites. So if you are curious about the vampireness, definitely check out those videos. Okay. It might be a little hard to not have the front of it get on there. This is a painting that I painted and then like enchanted. This is for attraction. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it here. So in my head, this was a different way of doing a spell. So it is a spell itself. It's just an enchanted painting instead. So it's got elements of things that I would use if I was specifically focusing on attraction. And I built this for just generic use for my business, for myself, for the energies that I want to claim, the goals, the dreams, just everything. And I love to have this hang like above my desk up there with my other enchanted painting. Yeah, I really like this. I want to do more of these. This is really where my kind of like heart and soul is at, is in the magic artwork. So definitely want to charge that and say thank you today. All right. And that is everything that I will be charging today. So I'm just going to continue to wave the incense smoke around, and then we'll cut back to when it's time to light the candle. Strength and amplification of energies, unwavering focus and success of intentions, sweetening speed and clarity kissed intuition, protection of powers, and balance throughout. Thank you. That's so cool. Alright, and I'm not sure if I kind of clarified why I wanted to do the candle. I think I did. But I guess I'll share like some thoughts on why I wanted to incorporate that, other than I just am a real candle witch. To me, candles hold such energy, no different than the incense smoke does. So I really wanted to, with a charging spell, kind of like super amplify that, double amplification, if you understand. And then every gleam that all of the items here have, the light, I guess you could say, in my eyes, is it offering that energy to it. I like that these items, the satchels, everything here is bathed in the light of this charging energy. So it felt very important that I have both an incense and a candle a part of this working. And this feels really good. This feels right. I definitely think I'll be charging my items and jars, everything like this in the future going forward. And I think I'm going to try to make it a really stern habit to do this at least at the end of each month. So that way it's just kind of easier not to forget. That looks so cool. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like document that this is what I was doing today. Share this charging spell in case other people, like practitioners, are interested or kind of just curious about it, because I know everybody does stuff a little differently, but I just really wanted to share a part of my day, my thoughts, what I was doing, and give a little information on the why, I suppose. I really want to use these videos and everything that I can put out as an opportunity to just document my life, and share that creativity and kind of like my passions with everybody. Yeah, so if you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope that this video was entertaining, if not maybe somewhat informative. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad that I could charge your guys' jar today and charge honestly everything here, because I've been putting this off for truly weeks now. But I'm glad that today felt right in getting this done. So thank you. And if you're a practitioner, don't forget to charge your own stuff. Don't put it off like I did. Be spiritually hygienic, you know? If you like that, if you like the vibes, stick around. And I'll be happy to have you join the spell jar. Alright, that'll be all for today. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. Peace.